Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have something a little bit different. It's not wax related as per the title of the video. So if you were planning on watching a wax or a candle something or other, it's not that. My other obsession, most people have, like, I don't use the word obsession very often, but some people have a multitude of different things that they really, really love. Of course, I love candles, wax melts, and my other passion would be makeup. I love makeup. You guys, I've tried doing a couple get readies with me. I don't edit my videos, so I find those ones to be really long and I kind of feel like I never have anything to say. So anywho, I have done a few of those, as some of you may know. So I kind of put on my Insta story, and of course all my information is in the description bar below. If anyone would want to see my makeup collection, and a lot of you said yes, and a lot of you have encouraged me over the past little while to post that. Now, because I don't edit my videos and because I don't want to make my videos like super long, I'm kind of breaking them down. So today, as per the title, it is face products. So we've got, let's see, we got blushes, we have highlighters, we have under eye circle removers. I'm going to show you what I use for my face powder and my bronzers, and one thing that I use for contouring. So with that being said, and you'll see, obviously I'll tell you what my favorites are as we go along. Let's start into bronzer. Right now, currently in this moment, I do like to change up my bronzers quite often. Because some of them are deeper colors than others for different parts of the season. So this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this is what this one looked like. And it did come, has a mirror, and there's my kitchen. I used to have one of these weird applicators, but I got rid of that since. But you guys, I have used the heck out of this for a year and a half now. Like in that year and a half of owning this, I will say I've probably used it 6 full months. And this one is actually it says bronzer, but I think that they've made sorry about the colors. I think that they've made a few different tones in their bronzer since. My packaging broke a little bit. Physicians Formula is sold in drugstores and Walmart. I do find Physicians Formula to be quite pricey, and it's hard for us Canadians to get much of a sale on Physicians Formula. They're very few and far between. This is almost, I would say, like a $16 bronzer in Canada, which does kind of suck. But I do enjoy it, and I haven't even hit pan, and the smell of this is very tropical and yummy and reminds me of summer. Oops, and I got caught in the bushes. All right, on to the bronzer that I used over the summer. Basically, I used this bronzer. It's rubbed off. This is Laura Mercier. Sorry, I'm trying to get this into focus. Ugh. Laura Mercier, and this is in the shade Bronze 03. This is in a sample size that I think I got from, I don't know, one of Sephora sets or what have you. But you know what? If you can get sample sizes in bronzer, I think go for it to find out what your favorite is, because I have had this for 2 years. It was like a baked bronzer. It was a domed shape, but as you can see, I have put this through the ringer. I use this all summer long. This is shade number 3. I use it all summer long because it is quite deep. There's a sheen to it. I'd say it's more of a satin finish, but doesn't really show on my face a satin finish. I really enjoy this for the summertime. I basically use this June, July, August, and September, put it away, bring it out again the following year. So I've used this for 2 summers, and that's how far I've gone. And I wear makeup quite consistently. And another bronzer that I really enjoy, again, by Physicians Formula. Look at the packaging. Don't mind my nipple light. Oh, I'll put it right in the center here. Haha. Anyway, there's Bronze Booster, again by Physicians Formula. This one is in light to medium. I believe they have medium to dark as well. I'll probably be busting this one out. Oops, I'm upside down. Likely, probably after Christmas. I still have a lot of the lettering on it still, but oh, something just fell. It's all good. But as you can see, I've made a fairly good dent. So again, this is in between the first one and the second one I showed you in depth in the color itself. I really do enjoy this. I'll probably pull this out in the new year, likely. On to the one and only contour shade that I've used, I haven't really ventured out buying contour shades. Maybe I should try some of the drugstore ones. This is drugstore. This is NYX. This is a blush. This is actually an high definition blush in taupe. Sorry. Anyways, high definition blush in the color taupe. I really like this. It works well for me. It's not super warm, which can pull really red on me. And it's not super cool, which might go a little almost like yellow on me. I think it's like more of a neutral color. So I think that's why it works for myself. I use this in the cheekbones only on my face. I'm not very good at contouring, but it is something that I've loved. And as much as I'd like to try some of it, I likely will in the future. When you know you've got something you love, as simple as a contour shade, I kind of just stick with it. But that's just me. Let's see here. We have so much stuff, let me tell you. What I'm using for face powder, I have gone through, let's see, the NYX Stay Matte Not Flat. I've done the Pure Minerals, which is beautiful but very expensive. But those two brands and types of face powder, because I use powder versus liquid, because I haven't gotten over, like, I'm not comfortable with the liquid stuff yet. I don't know why it is, but anyway, those are, well, especially the Pure is very expensive, and I went through that so quickly. It's very high coverage. I'd say the NYX Stay Matte Not Flat is a medium coverage, and I'd say this is a medium coverage as well. So I'll show you the shade I'm using right now. This is Wet n Wild's Press Powder, Photo Focus Press Powder, and right now in the winter months, now that I don't have a tan or anything, is in the natural beige shade. Blah. So I'm using this right now, and I find that, I mean, again, this is what I use for my face makeup. This is what I put all over my face. I don't use it as a dusting over liquid foundation. I don't use liquid foundation. I actually find this, now I'm fortunate to have fairly decent skin. I also love my freckles and don't want to hide them completely. So I find that I think that's like very likely why I enjoy powder foundations versus full coverage liquid foundations, because I like my freckles. I embrace my heritage and so on. So anyway, I currently am in the color Natural Beige, but what got started, and this is like $5 at Canadian Walmart, which means that if you're in the States, it's probably like $3 or something crazy. And at the end of summer, I ended up going to Walmart, and they had a sale on these, go figure. They had a sale on these. So I ended up buying 2 of the warm beige shade that I use in the summer. So these 2 will probably last me June, July, August, September is likely what it's going to do. So it is a little bit warmer in tone than the natural beige that I just showed you. So let's go on to some blushes. All right, so let's start with NYX. Again, drugstore. Drugstores have some great products, and NYX, now some of these are older packaging and so on. NYX has some really great quality items, and I feel that blushes are definitely one of their strengths. A little goes a long way with their blushes. It's not about layering. It's not about building it up. It's more like just lightly tap your brush inside the shade of blush and then apply. Tap a little excess off. So this is the NYX blush in Peach. Oops, again, I'm sorry for the focus. This is their blush in Peach. And what's funny is this is so not peach. Like, I don't know what kind of peach that they were eating, but it's not quite true in my phone looking at it. This does read a peach shade in real life, but it definitely has a fiery undertone. Fiery just meaning a very, very warm undertone. It is coming off, at least on my viewfinder here on my phone, a little cooler tone, but this is definitely a warm tone blush. I do love this, especially for summertime. It kind of gives that you've just been sun-kissed kind of look. And then I have 2 blushes from NYX in this packaging, and these are their, again, same as that taupe that I use for contouring. This one over here is HD Intuition, and this one's HD Soft Spoken. So Soft Spoken is this one. It's very light in, ooh, and I did think, yeah, we've had some issues with it. So it is definitely something I love using in the summertime. It's a light apricot type shade. It does have a sheen to it, but it's not super, it doesn't make you look glittery. I really like this shade. I think I dropped that, so that's why it's kind of chunking up a little bit. And this one here is in Intuition. And that is this one here. And this one's great. This is a great blush for, and you can sort of dug my finger in it. When these are brand new, I find the packaging to be crap. When they're brand new, it's really hard to sometimes get them open. They're stiff. But once you've used them a few times, it's okay. But that's why I have this big chunk missing out of it, because I dug my finger in it. This is a beautiful shade. Actually, can be used in summer too. It's got definitely more of a higher shine. It's a richer, it is a rich peach, but again, there's some fiery warmth underneath that as well. So that's really, really nice. I love that. And again, NYX can be found at drugstores all over North America. And I know that they have their own website, and they are great. Their price points are wonderful. I don't find their price points go up nearly as quickly as others. So if that helps, I love drugstore. I will always promote drugstore as much as I possibly can. But I mean, there are some things that are just, you know, you can get good things at the drugstore and good things high end, and so on. So here I've got 3 Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes. So starting from your left, we have, Pearlescent Pink. Then in the middle is Fantastic Plastic Pink. That reminds me of I'm a Barbie girl. Anyway, and Rosé Champagne on the right. I love all of these. This one's a bit glittery. The Fantastic Plastic Pink is very glittery, it's showing right there. I can definitely see that. And I use it the least amount because of the glitter, but sometimes it's a lovely blush topper. If you've got a matte blush on your cheeks and you top this on top of it, I find it to be very nice. I tend to use this in the summertime more. I don't know why, I just do. This one's definitely for me a summer shade. This is the Pearlescent Pink. And we'll open this one up if I can. You know how it is. So this is, again, I have obviously some preferences. This is definitely a peachy apricot type shade. Again, a bit of a sheen, and it's beautiful in the summertime. But the one I use the most, and this one I can most certainly layer, and I can't go wrong. You can't wear too much of this stuff. This one is the Rosé Champagne. This one has the biggest dent out of all 3 of those, and I use this quite often. I really do enjoy this. It's just a beautiful, like, underestimated, unassuming type shade. Even if I swatch it, it probably wouldn't do it justice. It just looks really nice and natural on my cheeks. Not a lot of like shine, not a lot of glitter, which is great. I'm 40. I'm trying to stay away from too much glitter. Although I do like glitter on my eyes. My hooded eyes are so bad that I can't do that. I will rock glitter as much as I possibly can. All right, on to some L'Oreal blushes. I did pick up 2 of the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted blushes. Sorry about the lighting again. This one here is in Charming. And these are supposed to smell like nectarine or something like that. I don't know. And they do have mirror on the bottom, which I found was a bit weird. I mean, I don't know. I would pay less money for no mirror. I don't need a mirror for my blush, generally. I prefer this one a little bit more, this Charming one, for my skin tone. See, it's hard to pick up on the viewfinder here. This is a beautiful color that I could wear probably summer, fall, spring, summer, fall, most definitely. So I do enjoy Charming, and it is my favorite of these 2. The other one that I have, oh shoot, it took off the little thing. Let me see if I can find the name. Where are you? Oh, Bashful. This is Bashful, and they do have a scent to it. It does smell like a bit of peaches. I think the whole craze with peaches. This is not coming across on the viewfinder as true to its color. This is definitely a apricot shade, leaning more of an orange than a pink, but I do like it. There's some iridescence, but no glitter, which I do like. And let's continue on with some like drugstore prices. Recently, I did pick up a couple ColourPop they call it Super Shock Cheek colors. This one is matte in color, and this name is Aphrodisiac. These are the Super Shock blushes. I haven't quite figured out these things yet. They are very creamy, and I have to figure out what kind of, I've been trying to figure out what brush would work best for this. This is a lovely color that I do actually tend to mix this color with the next one. It's like a putty feeling. I know a lot of you guys are ColourPop fiends. You probably be involved with ColourPop for a lot longer than me. I only just really discovered them maybe 4 or 5 months ago. So this one here is also the Super Shock cheek in the satin finish in Prenup. So there is this one. And again, I just have a hard time figuring out how to put this on my cheek and spread it nice and evenly to make it look a little more natural. But this is definitely a medium tone pink with a bit of a sheen, like it says it is a satin finish. I do like these. I'm still just trying to figure out the best way to apply them. I've tried my finger, I've tried some like stippling brushes, things like that, but I just haven't been satisfied with how they look on my cheek. I feel like, anyway, that's just me, blah, blah. It's gonna be a long video, guys. We're still in blushes. So I'll show you the one Benefit blush that I have. I, hands down, absolutely love this thing. I'm gonna show you something that's very similar to it as well. This is the Benefit's Rockateur, and they have quite a few different ones. And it comes with a little mirror. I think that's cute. I don't need one, but it's nice. I can't even show it justice. I have used this sucker so many times. This, for my skin tone, is so awesome. It's perfection. It just leaves the most perfect blush shade, like a blushing shade, and it leaves a nice little, sorry, hi. It leaves like really nice satin finish, and I just absolutely love it. I love this one so much, and there's a nice smell to this as well. Willow's pacing, it's funny. She doesn't have to go outside, but she's pacing. So this one is very similar to one of my favorite MAC blushes. One of the first ones I ever bought. Like, if anyone's a MAC-aholic, this is old, but it's a cheek product. It's not going on my eyes, not going on my lips, things like that. So this is from a collection, I want to say 4, maybe 5 years ago, but I absolutely love this. This is in Prim and Proper powder blush. Let me see if it says what collection it was from. It was from the Liberty of London collection. So God knows how long that was. But this is very similar to Rockateur, and I hit pan long ago on this sucker. And the same color payoff, the same sheen. I love it. So if I'm really trying to go for a bit of glam, I like either of these two on my cheeks at any given time. I really do. I think they're great. This one you can't get anymore. I don't think that Prim and Proper is part of their regular line at MAC, but Rockateur, of course, you can get that pretty much at any time. Let's talk about the balm. Not the balm, but the balm. So I've got 3 blushes. I've got Hot Mama, Down Boy, and Cabana Boy. So look at the pictures on these. It's so cute. And I find the balm makes absolutely smashing blushes. Again, there's a color that you've seen a lot, but this is just kind of a color I lean towards, and there is a bit of a dent in the middle of that one. I've had this for quite some time. Again, I keep my blushes for quite a while because, well, they're blushes. They're not going in any orifice or anything like that. And this one here is Down Boy, another beautiful one. I actually really like this in the winter time because it is so cool toned, and I feel like when I put this on, it looks like I've been outside in the cold. So that's really nice. So depending on what I'm wearing on my eyes, I like wearing this on my cheeks. And the last one here from The Balm is Hot Mama. And this actually, I don't own Orgasm by NARS, but I'm going to say from everything that I've seen on YouTube with YouTube gurus talking about that Orgasm by NARS, this is probably dang close. Definitely a goldish color, warm, you know, it's beautiful. I love it. I love it in the summertime. This is one of my favorites. And they all have a little mirror in them. Speaking of NARS, this was one of my, I want to say it was my rouge. I'm not a rouge anymore, but this was a color I got for being rouge. And look at this one. This is beautiful. I only wear it in the wintertime. It's, again, less is more. You definitely don't need to build this one. It's more like just tap, tap, and tap some off. But this is beautiful. And this is in Gruel? I don't know. But I believe this is what I got for being VIB Rouge 2 years ago. I am not even close to Rouge. I've been trying my best to be better at spending. Oh my God, really? Wow. my goodness, sorry you guys for, there you go, Goulet. Anyway, that's the color of this. I really like it. I enjoy this only in the winter months because of its depth. All right, Cargo, which is actually found, Cargo brand in Canada anyway, can be found at London Drugs, I believe. There may be other stores, like other bigger stores in Canada where these are sold. You can sort of see they're the same company, but I mean, these are older, again, cheap products. But again, they're, you know, they've been repackaged, and you can tell by the looks of these packages. So this one here is in the color Los Cabos. I've been to Los Cabos. I like Los Cabos. Again, beautiful shade for the summertime. It's a fiery peach with gold iridescence and beautiful in the summer. Love that one. And then this one I use in the winter, similar to that pink I told you about earlier. This one is in Bali, and that is the color. So it's nice, cool tone, just simple, and there's definitely more of a dent. Now these blushes by Cargo, I don't even know if they make these particular ones anymore, but there's like, what is it? 11 grams of product in this sucker. So that's a lot of blush. Like you can feel it too. Then we have Tarte. This one I picked up, probably one of my most recent blushes. This is in the color Exposed, which a lot of beauty gurus raved so much about this one. They're the Amazonian Clay 12-hour blushes. This one I really have to dig my brush in there. And even then I feel sometimes I'm not getting very much. And I mean, I know it's not like a really deep color or anything like that, but I mean, I've already showed you guys a couple of things that aren't like the deepest of colors, but they still show really nicely on my skin. So I'm starting to, maybe there was like a bit of something on the top. I'm starting to scratch the surface, if you will, and getting into it and really digging my brushes in. So I can go in very, very heavy-handed with this and feel fine. I don't know if I would, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if we would repurchase that. One of my favorite blushes, it's made my favorites many times. It likely will make its way to a favorites again. This is by Lise Waucher, which is a Canadian brand. Oh, you can't even see it. Lise Waucher in the Haute Nature. And this is 16 grams of product. And I think I got it on sale for $20 Canadian at London Drugs. First of all, the packaging is gorgeous. The mirror, again, it's just huge. It's a huge mirror. It's luxe in packaging, and again, 16 grams of product. It's unbelievable. And there's a couple different shades with some little, you know, darker shades in there and all that. This is beautiful. This is my hands down absolute favorite blush. Then I would say, you know, that this MAC one and the Rockateur would be right behind it. But this is my absolute favorite single blush. I really enjoy this one. Again, Lise Waucher, which is a Canadian company. Gorgeous makeup. And the one palette I own, I loved when Tarte did these palettes for Christmas, and now I feel like they're just so gaudy. Like, no offense to anyone that buys them, but I don't want a big circular thing of blush. Like, I mean circular where it's like a palette that opens up like this does, and like it's in a big circle, and on both sides there's blushes and then maybe a highlight in the center. I'm like, no, I just want something basic. First of all, the mirror in that, fabulous. I love these. Now, the color I've used the most is Prim. I really enjoy Prim in the wintertime, but again, Beaming, I love to use it as a blush topper. I use Smashing a lot in the fall and the winter, Dollface in the winter / spring, and Fetching is in the winter time, and like fall winter. So out of all of these, Prim gets used the most. But again, I just miss Tarte doing the simple. Like, I remember when I got this was my first, and it's my only blush palette, but I love this, and I never regretted for an instant buying this because I really enjoyed this. It's Bling It On is what they called this back in the day. So I want to say this is coming up to being 3 years old at this point. I miss them doing this particular packaging. Okay, before we go into highlights, not to bore you anymore, but you guys know I absolutely love my Maybelline Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles. I have the brightener shade and I also have the light shade, and I showed you guys on the Get Ready with, oh, I got hiccups, on the Get Ready was with me exactly which colors I use where. So I always have backups of these. I absolutely love them. Currently, these two are on my rotation. This is a backup. This is another brightener. I should probably get another backup with a light. Although I find it's difficult for me to find the brighteners where I live. I seem to be able to find the lights anywhere, but the brighteners are harder. So when I find a brightener, I definitely stock up. All right, moving along. Again, something a little bit older, but I haven't been able to part with it. This is a MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Fairy Precious. And I got this on Boxing Day, I want to say like 3 years ago. It's probably way too warm for my skin tone, and I like it for a little bit, but I'll probably declutter this at some point, like back to MAC it and stuff. But it's a pretty shade, but it's definitely, my skin tone would have liked something a little lighter, I think. But I love their Extra Dimension Skin Finishes. I think they're great. But onto some drugstore. I have two Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powders. We've got over here, we've got Blossom Glow, and over on the right we have Precious Petals. Blossom Glow is perfect for my everyday. It's very light, a light pink, whereas the Precious Petals is, I love this in the summertime especially. It's got a nice gold sheen to it, so it's really pretty. You can sort of tell. Let's see if I can open these again. We'll open these together. And they've got a really nice stamp in them. Oh, sorry. So that's the goldish one, and this is more of the silver pink one. I love highlight. I could blink from space. I love that stuff. Okay, this I got in a pack. It was in a set, Fenty Beauty, with that bomb gloss, the original bomb gloss that she had. So this is like a kit for $15 at Sephora. This is the Hustla Baby in the Kilowatt from Rihanna and Fenty Beauty. So you can sort of tell I'm not used it a lot because it is so gold, but when I have used it, I love using it on my high points of my cheekbones, love using it on my shoulders in the summertime if I'm wearing like a cold shoulder, or if I'm wearing a strap or a sleeveless number. This is really nice on the tops of my shoulders. I do like this. It is very intense, so I will say you get good money's worth. It'll last a long time. Revolution, Makeup Revolution London. I held this on my Insta stories again. I really enjoyed this. The packaging is deluxe. And this is the Highlight Compact in Opulence. This I love for many reasons. First of all, this is a huge mirror again. Look at all of this goodness. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 different colors. No, technically this is the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 different colors here. This is unbelievable. Again, I love using it mostly in the summer because of the gold, but I've also used this as eyeshadow. I've used it as like décolleté highlight on my shoulder highlight. I love that it's multi-purpose. If I want just this color, I've used that on my eyes. I've used this on my eyes. This is a great inner corner highlight right here. Like, it's just, it works really well for so many things. So I'm really happy I bought it. I was a bit scared when I got it. I'm like, ooh, those are really gold, but I'm making it work for me and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm really liking Makeup Revolution items. So 2 ColourPop items. Again, these are the Super Shock Cheek. They're both pearlized, and they're both from the Kathleen Lights Zodiac collection. We have on the left Fire, and on the right On the Cusp. And so this one here is Fire, and this is definitely more of a bronze, like goldy bronze, like a goldy kind of color here. And I like this for the summertime. I have gotten the hang of using these products, I think, on the areas that I want. I'm still having difficulties with blush, but anyway. And then this one here is On the Cusp. I've used this a little bit more because it's more of a champagne. I can use this at any time of the year. So, oh my God, my freaking camera. Anyway, so I love this one. And again, I figured out how it works for me. Still trying to figure out the Super Shock blushes, but we will get there. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is my first high-end thing. This is an Hourglass High, and this is in Ambient. This is their ambient lighting powder in Moonlight. And this is, you know, I've dropped it and things like that, but I'm almost hit pan at some point. But I've had this a really, really long time. I should really start using this more often, but I haven't used it in a while. So I really need to use it. But I love its mirror too. I do use it to check my hair out when I do ponytails to make sure I don't have any gaps in my hair. Anyway, it's weird. Okay. The Balm. So just as those blushes I showed you earlier, I have the Manizer Sisters. Of course, the first one I bought, the OG, the one that all beauty gurus spoke about, and the reason why I bought it because of them, is the Mary Lou Manizer, aka the Luminizer. This is stunning. It's intense. It's stunning if I'm going out, or if sometimes when I'm filming for you guys, I'll put this on because it stands out more. Great on my décolleté, great on my shoulders, tip of my nose, everywhere. But this is intense. You need very little, hence why it doesn't look like I've touched it. I highly recommend this. There's a reason why everyone talked about it. I don't get sponsored or paid to say this, but this is probably my hands down favorite highlighter of all time. Then this one is Betty Lou Manizer of the Manizer Sisters. This is more of a bronzy, again, it's gonna be hard to see. A bronzy color. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can see that there. More of a bronzy color. So again, maybe not so much for my skin tone, but would make a good eyeshadow. Nice overall body glow. Definitely for anyone with deeper skin tones, I think this would be lovely. I really enjoy this. I love having it. This is like, for me, I'm not much of a collector, but this is like a collector's item for me with the Manizer Sisters. And this is awesome. This is Cindy Lou Manizer, and this is the pinky version of all the other things. So this is the pink version of the highlight. And again, I've used this quite a bit, and I'm not trying to finger you guys, but there you go with the sheen. It's beautiful and I love it. And because of my skin tone, like I have freckles, fair skin, all that stuff. I don't have red hair, but I think if you're a redhead or someone, if you, let's see, if you feel like you're close to my skin tone, I think this would work really well. Again, it would work great as in eyeshadow as well, so I would highly recommend that. The last ones are drugstore. We have the Master Chrome by Maybelline in the Face Studio Metallic Highlighter in the color Molten Rose Gold. This one, because like Tati raved about it, I was like, I gotta get it. I like it. I like it. I find it a little bit chunky. Just a little chunky for me. But I do like it, and I have made it work for myself. But if I was going to pull, and this is high shine, as it does state, this is a chrome for sure. But I think I like the Betty Lou or Cindy Luminizer just a little bit better. If I was going to pick a pink one, that I would probably pick the Cindy Luminizer over the Maybelline, but it is more expensive. This is more affordable, this Maybelline one. But it's definitely glittery. So if you're going for like high shine, high impact, definitely I would go for the Master Chrome. And then lastly, we have Revolution Makeup Revolution's Vivid Baked Highlighter. This one here is in Peach Lights. Whee, come on, come on, come on, let the good times roll. Anyway, here this is. It's got a slight peachy sheen, pink peachy sheens, more of a champagne type color. I love this one. They're very affordable. Makeup Revolution. I can find this particular style. I could not get this in Canada. At least I couldn't find it in any stores. But these type of baked highlighters, London Drugs for $7 or something ridiculous. So again, Peach Lights, love this one. And I love the next one so much I bought a backup. So this one here, we have again the Vivid Baked Highlighter in the color Radiant Lights. And the reason why I bought a backup is because, well, look at this. It's kind of broke. I got a little bit rough. It dropped, you know. And so if I'm going to travel, I'm likely going to take this one. And I use this every day. I have not opened the other one. I've used this every day, but even though I've dropped it and lost a bunch here, I mean, you can see I use this often. This is in my daily makeup drawer. This is what I will put on if I don't know what else to put on. So there you have it, you guys. That is my face makeup collection in general. So there'll be other things like lipstick, lip gloss, lip products or whatever. There'll be eyeshadow palettes, things like that. So as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.